Okay, running reports. So out on your KDP dashboard, you can run reports, you can check on your sales, you can check on your commissions, all of that. To do that, you first sign into your KDP dashboard, and then up at the top here, you see these tabs. You're going to click on reports, and it'll take you to this main dashboard. And this will show you any sales that you've had either today, this or yesterday or this month. That's all this dashboard shows you is within this month. Today, yesterday, and this month. If you want to go back further and check on sales, then you have to go out to orders over here on the right-hand side. You click on orders, and now you can look at your sales for different time periods. Your start date, if you clicked on clicked within the box in the start date, you can put in a date, and they have fields over here. Last 7 days, this month, last month, 90 days, this year, last year, lifetime. So I'm going to click on lifetime, and it'll show you how many books. So I've sold 2,489 books.
Wow.
Okay, you can narrow this down even more. If you have multiple authors, you can click on here and you see how my name is checked. If there were other authors, you can check or uncheck them. And by books. So if you scroll down a little bit further, it's going to show you all your books. And if you have more than whatever, you're going to have multiple pages down here. But you can, let's say I just want to know how many sales I made on my Broken Spirit book. I'm going to uncheck self-editing, say apply, and it says I've sold 2,380 books in the lifetime because I searched by lifetime. Okay. You can also search by marketplace. So if you want to know how many books you sold in the UK, how many books you sold in Canada, you can do that. You just have to uncheck all the other ones. It defaults by checking all of them. You can hit cancel to get out of that. Formats. You can search by formats. How many ebooks did I sell? How many paperbacks did I sell? If you're curious about that. All pricing, all distribution, that you're not in expanded distribution. But again, it just checks everything. So you can search how many books you've sold. If you're curious, how many books have I sold total, you can see that. Now I want to go back out to the dashboard and just point one other thing out to you, and that is when you sell an ebook, it will show up on your dashboard almost immediately. That day, sometime it will register. When you sell a paperback or any kind of print book, a hardcover, anything like that, it will not show up on your dashboard until it is mailed out. So you will not know. Somebody could have bought 20 of my paperback books yesterday, and I'm not going to know it until they actually ship them. So it's not at the time of purchase, it's at the time of shipping. So if you're checking your dashboard and you know that somebody's purchased several books and you go out to your dashboard and you're like, why are my sales not showing up? Print books do not show up until they've actually shipped it. Ebooks will show up right away, print books will not. Okay, so just want to make sure you're aware of that. The next thing is the KENP tab over here on the left. If you click on that, that is for the Kindle Select program. This tells you how many pages have been read. And again, I'm going to go out here and I'm just going to click lifetime. So I've had 54,827 pages read between my two books. And I could search by authors. If there were multiple authors, I could search by one or both books, and I could search by the marketplace. You get paid for the number of pages read. The Kindle Select program, I've taught on that before. If you have no intentions of publishing your ebook anywhere else, then you might want to put it in the Kindle Select program. The Kindle Select program ties you to Amazon for a 90-day period, and it auto renews every 90 days unless you go out there and uncheck it. And I have a training on that in the course for you as well. But if you are thinking that you want to publish your ebook somewhere else, then you don't want to go on the Kindle Select program. But if you don't care about that, you might want to do the Kindle Select program because you're going to get paid for every page read. It's not a lot, so don't get super excited. It's like, I don't know, 0.001 cents or whatever. I don't even know what it is right now, but it's not a lot, but it's just another income stream for you. And if you do sell a lot of ebooks, you can get paid. For those who are in the Kindle Unlimited program, people will buy into the Kindle Unlimited program. It's where they pay like $9.99 a month or whatever, and they can read whatever as many books as they want. You get paid on those pages read. All right, so that's where you can find that. One more thing I wanted to show you is if you want to know how many sales you have had, you can go down here to payments. If you click on payments, Amazon pays out on the 28th or 29th. You know, this one says the 29th. It's usually the 28th of the month that they pay out, and you get an email. I actually got an email today about my royalty. The email never tells you what your royalty is, and it's just telling you that it's basically being processed. So this has not been paid out. Obviously, it's not May 29th yet, but it's already showing up on the dashboard. But this is what I'll get paid on May 29th. So you will get an email letting you know that you've gotten paid. But if you want to come out and look at your sales, you can come out here. Now, the one thing to be aware of is on this page, they break it down by marketplace. So if you look at February here, I got a Canada sale. This is what CAD stands for. I got $5.32 from a sale in Canada. So that was on 228. But if you look down on 228, I also got paid for US sales 21.75. So if you are looking for your sales for a particular month, make sure you're looking at the dates because there may be more than one listed. I was going to go back and look at, I want to have something I wanted to show you. So here you can see I had in July US sales and I had Australia sales. Here I had a Great Britain sale and US sales. So you want to go back and look or look at the dates. Here in August, I had Australia, I had US, and I had Canada. So there's three numbers that I would have to add up to find out what my sales were for that month. And if you are somebody that wants to tithe on your book sales, this is important to make sure that you understand that they're broken out by marketplace. So you're going to have to add them up. All right, that was where I wanted to show you. You can look at your sales. Again, they pay out once a month. And the other thing to keep in mind is they pay out 60 days past the month of sale. If you have any sales in May, you're not going to get paid on them until the 28th-ish of July. So just be aware of that too. Your sales, your payment doesn't come for 60 days afterwards. Okay? So that's important to know that as well. So when you're tithing, if you're going to tithe in just keep in mind you're actually tithing for something that was how many months before. But you're not going to, I mean, that's okay. I mean, you're not going to know this number until like what, it's 1 week before they're going to pay me. If I wanted to tithe on it now, I could. I know what I'm going to get paid. But right now, what's populating is Australia. Whether they populate at different times or not, I don't know because I haven't really followed it that close. But anyways, that's where you go. You would go to payments. You could look at prior months royalties. You're not going to get this is showing you how many pages were read in the US for May, and you can choose your month up here. So you can also go there and look, and it's breaking it down here by your different countries. So you can look at that as well. But this is where you go. It's under reports on your dashboard, and then Like I said, you can click on payments and you can click on prior months royalties to look at that. And you can also do download report. So wherever you're at, you can always download a report. Same with, looking at your orders. If you want to download a report, just click on download report. And it's going to give you an Excel spreadsheet. So if you, for whatever reason, want to save that, you can download a report. Okay, any questions on that?
Have sort of a question, but
Yeah.
I don't know that it's so when I launched my book on March 8th and when I did the collaborative book, I had some people that bought multiple copies of the Kindle version,
Mhm.
but it never reflected. Like Dale bought 20 of one of them and 10 of another, and it was just it shows up as one order. I never saw like that bulk order come in. And so um, and I haven't looked at the numbers enough, like on the money, because the way I have it set so low, like there was no real money from it. But I was just curious if somebody actually went in and bought 100, how would I ever know that? Do you know? Or
Yeah, it's not showing as multiple. That's
on
interesting.
both of them, it just showed one order because I knew when he did it, and so I was looking for it and it never went. I
Yeah.
never had like 25 orders where I had five plus his 20.
Wow.
So I didn't know if you knew that or if there was a
No.
but it happened on both books. So I thought maybe it was just a glitch on mine,
Yeah.
but that's not what happened. So I was just curious.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. Because I thought everything got counted. Number of books. Yeah, it's one order, but you sold 20 books or whatever
Right.
it is.
Yeah, I just don't know where to see that, like for the number of books sold, because it's only
Yeah.
showing orders.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not on one of those reports.
Yeah. All right. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
As always, I come in with the
Yeah,
weird
you have the
situation.
weird things.
I am near Austin, so it's fair.
Yeah, yeah. And you could also, if you wanted to, just email Amazon and ask them that question. Say I had somebody order like 20 books on one order. I only see it showing up as one order and not that I've sold 20 books. Is there a place to see that?
Yeah, because I would just like, it would be interesting. I want to have the number of how many were actually sold.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can think about it when the one orders, you had one order. And so, where mine said I had 2,400 or it's
Right.
2,400 orders, not necessarily 24
Orders. And
books.
so if somebody bought more than one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I will actually email and see if I can find out. And if so, I'll put it in the Facebook group.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that to our attention.